try and find better jobs, and they really was not much work for them in Melbourne, and they had to start cafes or fruit shops or sell fish from house to house. But when they used to come out here to Australia at the time, they cut their names down to, for instance, Lekatsas, they cut it down to Lucas. Now, Mavrokefalos, they used to cut it down to Black, you see, and Varvarigos, they used to cut it down to Rigas, and all lots of changes, you see. They did it for business reasons, because Australians, of course, they never knew any other languages at the time, and they found it very, very hard to pronounce. Papathanassopoulos, for instance, that's a long name, or Papadopoulos, you see, I kept my name, Mangos. When I was in Queensland there was a lot of mango fruit, and I thought the Australians know the name well, and I thought I'll leave it as it was. We never had many clubs, we never had many churches. At present, we only had one church at the time, and at present I believe there's about 27 in the suburbs, different suburbs. They got a church now in every suburb. Well, at the time when I first came to Melbourne, there were the Orpheus Club, the Ithaca Club, the Kastellorizo Club. That's about all, I think, because they were the majority of Greek people in Melbourne at the time. There were philanthropic club. They were formed for charities to help the poor people, help the Red Cross at the time when the war was on. We used to collect money and used to send money for the Red Cross here in Melbourne. We used to give them clothes and that, and the poor people in Greece at the time when they were destroyed by Germany and Turkey. We used to hold many concerts and many theatres, plays, and I was taking part in some of them myself when I was a young man. We used to play them at the Orpheus Club or at the Temperance Hall in Russell Street. That's a big hall. We used to get a big audience there of people. Nearly all the Greek people used to come because there were no other amusements for the Greeks here in Melbourne. In 1939, we decided to form this Kastellorizo Brotherhood, and I was one of the formers of that brotherhood. We were sitting down playing a game of cards. They called Scambili in Lonsdale Street in a coffee place, and we were told off by one of the brothers there that we were making too much noise, and we thought it was an insult for us to be told to shut up and all that sort of business. And the 5 or 6 of us then said, we'll meet tomorrow and we'll see what we can do by forming a new Kastellorizo Brotherhood. And we hired the Temperance Hall one Sunday in Russell Street, and we formed a committee and had elections and had a president and a committee, and I was one of the ones to be elected in the committee first. Been in Australia so long and knew the language well, and the Greek language, of course, at the same time. Well, the brotherhood was to be like brothers, and because only a bunch of us here, about say 150 to 200. The women formed one themselves. But at present, they're united again. They went in, the women and men together. The brotherhood is ladies and gents all together, be somewhere about 500 at present. Or in Melbourne, like men, women and children, be somewhere about 2,000 people descended from there, like the old people, the sons and the grandsons. They're all grown, of course, into big families, and they're becoming members of the Brotherhood. From about 17,000 people, now at present time, there's only about 500 people in Kastellorizo. It went down to 300 at one stage, and now they've been growing a little bit, like some of them go to live there for their future life. I've got a brother over there, present with his wife. He's living there. And the people there that are not working are getting money from the Greek government. Individually, they get so much a week. They're trying to develop the island back again to its back to the years at the glory that they were. They had somewhere about 350 sailing ships with 2 and 3 masts, and now they've got not even one. I don't think so to go there to live forever, because they've been here so many years. Like myself, I've been out here just on 70 years, and you get used to the country which we love, and I wouldn't go there to live. I might go there just to have a look around as a trip, but at my age it's a bit hard, at 82.
Now, 70 years after he arrived in Australia, Michael Mangos lives alone, with only his small dog for company. But although his family is scattered, he's visited almost daily by one of his 6 grown-up children in the 2-storey terrace house just around the corner from the Oriental Cafe in Prahran, which he's owned for over 50 years. He's been a Justice of the Peace for the past 20 years, and at the age of 83, he's still active in local affairs and in the life of the Greek community in Melbourne, reputedly the 3rd largest Greek city in the world.
The Immigrants is produced by Richard Brown in Melbourne.